What if the difference between someone who still drives, cooks, and lives life on their own terms at 75 and someone who needs daily help wasn't luck or genetics, but 5 simple habits anyone can start today? I've spent months studying what really keeps people independent as they age, and I'm going to share the top 5 habits that literally fortify your independence. And stay with me, because the bonus habit at the end might just change how you age forever. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to not just survive aging, but to thrive through it with dignity and autonomy intact. The reality is sobering. Every day, thousands of people lose pieces of their independence. They stop driving. They move in with family members. They require help with basic tasks they've done their entire lives. But here's what most people don't realize: this isn't inevitable. The people who stay independent longer aren't necessarily healthier to begin with. They're just doing specific things differently, and these differences compound over time into dramatically different outcomes. Today, I'm sharing 5 research-backed habits that can literally add years of independence to your life. But more importantly, I'll show you exactly how to implement each one, starting today. And if you stick around until the end, I'll reveal a bonus strategy that ties all of these together in a way that makes them almost automatic. Before we dive into the first habit in just a second, click the subscribe button and download your free guide from the description in the link below. Okay, this first habit might surprise you because it's not what most people think. The first habit is movement, but not the kind you're probably imagining. Forget about joining gyms or running marathons. The movement that preserves independence is much simpler and more accessible. It's about maintaining what researchers call functional mobility, which is basically your ability to move through daily life without assistance. Here's what's fascinating about this. Studies show that people who simply stand up from a chair 10 times in a row twice a day maintain significantly better leg strength and balance than those who don't. That's 30 seconds of movement twice a day. The magic isn't in the intensity, it's in the consistency and the specificity. Think about what independence actually requires from your body. You need to get up from chairs and beds. You need to walk to the bathroom, kitchen, and mailbox. You need to reach for things, bend down to pick things up, and maintain your balance when you turn your head or change direction quickly. Every single one of these movements can be practiced and improved, regardless of your starting point. The key is progressive challenge. If standing from a chair is easy, try doing it without using your hands. If that's easy, try sitting down slower, using only your leg muscles to control the descent. If walking to the mailbox is routine, try walking there and back twice, or taking a slightly longer route. Balance is equally important and equally trainable. Something as simple as standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, or walking heel to toe down a hallway can dramatically improve your stability. Falls are one of the fastest ways to lose independence, but fall prevention is completely within your control through simple, daily balance practice. The second habit is what I call intentional self-reliance, and this is where many well-meaning families actually sabotage their loved ones' independence without realizing it. Here's the principle. Every time someone does something for you that you could do for yourself, you lose a little bit of that capacity. It's literally use it or lose it, and it happens faster than most people realize. When adult children start opening jars for their parents, carrying groceries, or taking over household tasks out of love and concern, they're often accelerating the very dependence they're trying to prevent. This doesn't mean struggling unnecessarily or refusing help when you genuinely need it. It means making conscious choices about what to maintain versus what to let go. If you can still tie your shoes, keep tying your shoes, even if it takes longer than it used to. If you can still cook your own meals, keep cooking, even if it requires more planning and preparation than before. The brain-body connection is crucial here. When you perform complex tasks like cooking a meal from scratch, you're not just maintaining physical skills. You're exercising memory, planning, timing, problem-solving, and fine motor control all at once. These compound benefits are impossible to replicate any other way. Practical application looks like this. Make a list of tasks you currently do independently and commit to maintaining them. Make another list of tasks others are starting to do for you and honestly evaluate which ones you could reclaim with minor adaptations or assistive tools. Sometimes independence isn't about doing things the same way you always have. It's about finding new ways to achieve the same outcomes. The third habit focuses on strategic nutrition, and this isn't about complicated diets or expensive supplements. It's about understanding that your body's needs change as you age and adjusting accordingly to maintain the energy and strength that independence requires. Protein becomes increasingly important as we age because we naturally lose muscle mass over time. This isn't just about appearance or strength, it's about function. Your muscles are what allow you to stand up, climb stairs, carry groceries, and catch yourself if you stumble. Without adequate protein, your body starts breaking down existing muscle to meet its daily needs. The research shows that older adults need more protein per pound of body weight than younger people, yet most consume less. Aim for protein at every meal, not just dinner. Eggs, Greek yogurt, nuts, beans, fish, chicken, even protein powder added to smoothies or oatmeal. The goal is consistent intake throughout the day. Hydration is equally critical and often overlooked. Dehydration in older adults doesn't just cause thirst, it causes confusion, fatigue, dizziness, and falls. Your body's thirst signal weakens with age, so you can't rely on feeling thirsty as your guide. Instead, make hydration systematic. A glass of water first thing in the morning, with each meal, and before bed creates a foundation. Brain-supporting nutrition matters too. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish, walnuts, and flaxseed support cognitive function. Antioxidants from colorful fruits and vegetables protect against cellular damage. B vitamins from leafy greens and whole grains support energy production and nerve function. The practical approach is to focus on adding rather than restricting. Add a handful of berries to your breakfast. Add nuts to your salad. Add an extra glass of water to your routine. Small additions compound into significant improvements over time. The fourth habit is social engagement, and the research on this is absolutely stunning. Social isolation isn't just lonely, it's literally toxic to your brain and body. Studies show that chronic loneliness has health impacts equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. On the flip side, people with strong social connections live longer, think more clearly, and maintain independence significantly longer. But social engagement doesn't mean you need to become a social butterfly if that's not your nature. It means maintaining meaningful connections and regular social interaction in whatever form works for you. This could be weekly phone calls with old friends, joining a book club, volunteering at a local organization, or even developing relationships with neighbors. The key is reciprocity and purpose. Relationships where you only receive support can actually undermine your sense of independence and self-worth. Look for opportunities to give as well as receive. Share your knowledge, offer assistance to others, contribute to causes you care about. This creates a sense of value and purpose that's essential for mental health and motivation. Technology can be incredibly helpful here. Video calls allow face-to-face interaction with distant family and friends. Social media, when used thoughtfully, can maintain connections with broader communities. Online interest groups can connect you with people who share your hobbies or concerns. The goal is to have someone to talk to every day, even if it's just a brief conversation with a cashier or neighbor. Human connection triggers the release of hormones that reduce stress, boost immune function, and support cognitive health. It's medicine that doesn't come in a bottle. The fifth habit is cognitive challenge, and this is about much more than doing crossword puzzles, although those can certainly be part of it. It's about deliberately exposing your brain to novelty, complexity, and learning throughout your life. Your brain is incredibly adaptable, a quality scientists call neuroplasticity. This means it can form new connections, learn new skills, and even compensate for age-related changes well into your later years. But like a muscle, it needs to be challenged to maintain its strength and flexibility. The most effective cognitive challenges are those that combine multiple brain functions. Learning a new language, for example, exercises memory, attention, problem-solving, and auditory processing simultaneously. Learning to play a musical instrument adds motor coordination and timing. Taking up painting or drawing engages spatial awareness and creativity. But cognitive challenge doesn't require taking up entirely new hobbies. It can be as simple as changing your routines to force your brain to pay attention. Take a different route to familiar destinations. Rearrange your kitchen cabinets. Try using your non-dominant hand for simple tasks. Read different types of books or magazines than you usually choose. The key is progressive difficulty. Start with challenges that are slightly outside your comfort zone, but still achievable. As these become easy, increase the complexity. The goal is to maintain that sweet spot where you're challenged but not frustrated, engaged but not overwhelmed. Mental challenges also include practical problem solving. Figure out how to use new technology. Plan complex projects like reorganizing a room or researching a family trip. Engage in debates or discussions about topics that interest you. These real-world applications of cognitive skills are just as valuable as formal brain training exercises. Now for the bonus strategy that ties everything together, and this is what I call the independence momentum system. The reality is that developing 5 new habits simultaneously is overwhelming for most people. The secret is to create a simple daily routine that incorporates elements of all 5 habits in a manageable, sustainable way. Start with a morning routine that sets the tone for your day. This might include 5 minutes of gentle stretching or balance exercises, preparing and eating a protein-rich breakfast, making one social contact, and engaging in one small cognitive challenge like reading an article about something you're curious about. The power of routines is that they require less mental energy over time while delivering consistent benefits. They also create what psychologists call behavioral momentum. Success in one area creates motivation and confidence that carries over into other areas. Track your consistency rather than perfection. A simple calendar where you check off each day you complete your routine provides visual feedback and motivation. Consistency over intensity is the key to long-term success. Adapt the routine as needed, but maintain the core structure. If your balance exercise becomes too easy, make it more challenging. If your social contact feels stale, vary who you call or what you discuss. The routine provides structure while allowing for growth and change. Here's what's remarkable about these 5 habits. They work synergistically. Movement improves mood and energy, making social engagement easier. Social engagement provides motivation for self-care and cognitive challenge. Good nutrition supports the energy needed for physical activity and mental sharpness. Each habit reinforces and amplifies the others. The truth about independence is that it's not something you either have or don't have. It exists on a spectrum, and every small action you take either moves you toward greater independence or away from it. The people who maintain their autonomy longest understand this and make countless small choices every day that compound into dramatically different outcomes over time. Starting today, choose one of these habits to focus on for the next week. Just one. Master it, make it automatic, then add another. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Every day you implement these strategies is a day you're investing in your future independence and quality of life. Independence isn't about never needing help. It's about maintaining choice and control over your own life for as long as possible. These 5 habits give you the tools to do exactly that. Which habit resonated most with you? Which one will you start with? Let me know in the comments below. And if this video helped you see aging in a new light, share it with someone who needs to hear this message too.